Everyone thinks real estate was easier in the 80s. But the truth nobody tells you. If you were alive back then, you still wouldn't have gotten rich. Because real estate has never been about timing. It's been about something far more uncomfortable. Let me take you back. Back in the early 80s, homes were cheap. That's what people say. But the real challenge was access. Interest rates weren't 7%, not 10%, not even 15%. They were 18%. Imagine buying a $100,000 home and paying more in interest than the house itself. People weren't getting deals. People were drowning. And if you didn't have perfect credit, a steady income, or a connection at the bank, you weren't getting a loan. Period. There were no online listings, no tutorials, no social media strategies. If you didn't have money, you were locked out. So when people say the 80s were easier, they're lying. The 90s came with falling interest rates, but rising competition. For the first time, real estate became a crowded room. Everyone wanted land, rentals, flips. But the problem remained. If you didn't already have money, you were stuck outside. No wholesaling, no online education, no social media tips. You either learned by failing expensively or by finding a mentor who charged a fortune. People bought homes blind. No comps, no photos, no public data. If you guessed wrong, you paid with your life savings. Real estate wasn't easier. It was a high-stakes casino, and most people quit before even starting. Then came the 2000s. The internet exploded. Zillow, Realtor.com. Suddenly you could see listings anywhere. But now everyone else could too. The barrier became speed. Deals were gone in minutes. Investors had software the average person couldn't afford. And then, 2008 happened. The housing market didn't decline, it collapsed. People lost homes, jobs, marriages, retirement, everything. Homes sold for the price of used cars, but only people with cash survived. If you were broke, you weren't just stuck, you were invisible. And most people never recovered. In the 2010s, everything changed again. Hard money lenders exploded. Airbnb arrived. House hacking spread. Wholesaling went mainstream. Social media taught strategies. Apps analyzed deals instantly. Real estate influencers became teachers. For the first time, a regular person could enter the game without being rich. But opportunity came with competition. The people who won weren't the smartest, or the richest, or the most educated. They were the most obsessed. Real estate rewarded those who executed while scared, who learned while failing, who moved while confused. And most people still didn't start. Why? Because they were waiting for it to get easier. And that's the trap almost everyone falls into. Today, real estate is easier to start than it has ever been. Not cheaper, not safer, easier. Barriers from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s have been destroyed. You can start with no money, wholesaling, no credit, partnerships, no experience, online education, no license, bird dogging, no agent, FSBO, no bank approval, seller financing, no gatekeeper, social media, no office, laptop plus Wi-Fi. This is the first time in history a broke kid in a studio apartment can compete with millionaire investors. But here's the secret almost nobody notices. The problem isn't opportunity. The problem is attention. Most people can't focus long enough to master one strategy. The real skill that creates wealth isn't money, it's consistency. The same consistency investors had in the 80s driving for hours to find one lead. The same consistency in the 90s analyzing deals by hand. The same consistency in the 2000s surviving chaos. And now, today, learning from free information while taking imperfect action. Real estate doesn't require brilliance. It requires persistence. And that's the point most people miss. Here's how to start right now. Step 1. Pick a strategy and lock in for 6 months. Wholesaling, Airbnb, house hacking, buy and hold, fix and flip, creative finance. Pick one, master one, ignore everything else. Step 2. Build a deal pipeline. Find distressed properties. Call sellers, message agents, drive for dollars, text investors. Deals are oxygen. Without them, nothing happens. And many people fail here before they even start. Step 3. Connect with money. Hard money lenders, private investors, Instagram DMs, local meetups, partnerships. Money follows deals, not the other way around. And if you wait for perfect funding, you'll never take action. Step 4. Close one deal. Not five, not 10. One. One deal changes your confidence. Confidence changes your identity. Identity changes your life. And that's when the game really begins. People always ask, what if I fail? You will. Everyone does. The 80s investor failed. The 90s investor failed. The 2000s investor failed. The 2010s investor failed. The only people who lose are the ones who stop. They quit at discomfort. They quit at confusion. They quit at the first no, the first mistake. Real estate doesn't change your life on the first deal. It changes it on the 50th no, on the day you decide you're done hesitating. This game rewards the persistent, not the perfect. And this is why so few people ever make it. If you're still watching, here's your challenge. Comment, I'm starting today right now. Because in the next video, I'm revealing the exact blueprint to get your first real estate deal. Even if you have zero money, zero credit, and zero experience. Most people will scroll past this and never get started. But you're not most people. You're about to take the step that separates watchers from winners. And that's why I want you to comment now. I'm starting today. Here's the loop. In the next video, I'll show you why people in 2025 still fail in real estate, even with more opportunity than any decade before. Most creators won't tell you this, because it's uncomfortable, because it exposes excuses. But you're not here for excuses. You're here for the truth. If you start today, you'll be ahead of everyone waiting for the perfect time. Because the perfect time was never the 80s, it's right now. And the moment you take action, everything changes.